part 2 of the original vinyl show off. So in the last 2 videos I did earlier on this week, someone commented I was faking, and I was drinking a beer in the first video and then faking and drinking the same beer. So now my first beer is empty, and very fitting for the topic of death metal. This is a Gutmann, Gutman. You know, the blood and guts and stuff. That was a bad joke. But hey. While uploading my last video and copying it to from my phone to my laptop, I did a little research and I found another one from '91. This is a little bit of a stretch, because this is more on the thrash metal side, but with death metal vocals. So again, Germany, Baphomet and the album No Answers. Unbelievable, huh? 1991. I can't show you the vinyl for that one because, yeah, it's playing right now. Did you know Possessed? Yes, the old Possessed did a demo in 1991. That was a 2-song demo, simply entitled Demo 1991, with the songs The Martyr's Wake and The Seventh Sign. Mike Torao, their guitar player, was the only founding member on that, and he took over the vocals on that demo as well. I don't have an original copy, so I won't show that. Just for your information. Yes, Possessed released a demo in 1991. Alright, let's continue with the stack and stay with the Death-thrash. Again, more on the thrash metal side of things, but Steve has shown that. He's shown the reissue. This is my original on Combat Records. Yeah, nice one to have. This next one, every death metal fan should know that album. Even though I don't, their debut is brilliant. Their third album is even more brilliant, although it's not pure death metal, but their second one is pure death metal. Clandestine by Entombed. Look, no logo on the cover, but it's got the old embossed cover, and it has the hype sticker on the record. I don't know how reissues of that look. I've never had one in my hand. And I don't know how the record label looks on the reissue, but mine looks like that. Here's another one from Germany. I totally forgot about that when I showed the stuff Steve didn't show, but hey. Incubator and Symphonies of Spiritual Cannibalism. Again, German band. No insert on that one. Released on Morbid Music, and Morbid Music was a part of West Virginia Records, and West Virginia Records was the label that Holy Moses owned. And this one is, at least here in Germany, this one is famous for having the first death metal ballad. Yes, a death metal ballad. And it's called Why? No, it's called Mother. Listen to that song. It's awful. The rest of the album is great. Symphonies of Spiritual Cannibalism by Incubator. But that death metal ballad, ugh. This next one I've seen on no list as a death metal album from 1991. Again, stretching it a little bit, but it has death metal elements, so I pulled it out. Cheers. What about Denmark? Invocator and their debut album, Excursion Demise. Original Black Mark pressing. Let go, 1991. It has, of course, nothing on that side. The old Black Mark, Bathory, Ed, and some more stuff. Airdash, for example. Airdash, a thrash metal band no one talks about. I've got both their albums. Now you can officially call me a sick little monkey. You probably do behind my back already. Black Mark label. Black Mark released a couple of cool underground releases during that time. A year later, the Flash Troll debut album came out, also on Black Mark. Unfortunately, that didn't get an original vinyl issue. This next band released 2 albums. 1 album and 1 mini album. Steven has shown one that I'm gonna show in a minute, but in the beginning of 1991, Noise Records released Psychomorphia by Messiah, Switzerland this time. This is a mini LP. It was recorded a little bit earlier as a demo, but they signed a contract with Noise Records, and Noise Records put out their demo on black wax. Yes, indeed, black wax. There you go. Again, a big runout groove so you can see the rest of my room a little bit better. Look, you can make out the Dark Throne flag and the Voivod one, and now that one is a little bit dark. Up there I've got Scream Bloody Gore flag. If the records get a little bit more shiny, you can see all the smoke stains in my room. Chain smoker, you know. So Steve has shown this release by Messiah, also out on Noise Records, 1991, later in the year. This is a fantastic album. No lyrics, no inner sheet on that one. Cheap Noise Records release, but Choir of Horror is front to back. It's a fantastic album. No matter what song you are listening to, everything rules on that album. They never have been better before, and they were never better after that. And it's got a nice purple centering. I didn't buy that. I did buy that when it came out, but I bought the CD in 1991. That was Choir of Horrors was later re-released by Floga Records. But yeah, that Floga Records, it was a nice reissue, but I came across that for a decent price, okay price. So I sold my copy to Metal Mickey. Mike, put that on again. What a fantastic album. Staying with the M's, the M&M's. Of course, maybe considered one of the best albums from 1991, Blessed Are the Sick. Original sticker with the tour dates. Lyric sheet. No inner sleeve, but a lyric sheet. And what I have with that album, I think I've shown that before. Brandon, BVD, Brandon Van Doom sent me that. The Australian tour dates, the old flyer. I keep that in my original record. Just belongs in there. Center labels. The old earache center label. And a custom center label on the reverse side. So yeah, nice to have. By the way, Abominations of Desolation was recorded in 1986, I think. But the original vinyl was released in September of 1991. So, do I have that over here? Let's see if it says 1991. That's how it looked with the little border. There's no way I'm gonna read that. No inner sleeve. But according to Discogs, that one was released in September 1991. Yes, you probably won't be able to read that, but down there it says copyright 1991. There you go. That was an impromptu pull, huh? I've got that handy right here. So. 14 minutes in and 15 minutes in and still with the M's. Okay, back to Deutschland, Germany, Morgoth, Cursed. I don't have to say anything about that album. I think original inner sleeve, original press on Century Media Records. Got my old Morgoth Massacre and Devastation. Devastation didn't play, Immolation played instead from the Curse tour, and I saw them shortly before the album was released with Creator, Sepultura, Morgoth, and this ticket is signed by Mark Grebe. I'm pretty sure you want to see the center labels. There you go. I think the reissues look pretty much the same, but the gold or ochre color is a little bit different on the reissues, and the reissues came on some stupid ass colored vinyl. The first album Steve has shown in his video was that one. Pestilence, a testimony of the ancients. This is my old original RC Records. There's a little crease because I played that over and over again. Lyric sheet. RC labels. This is getting boring, huh? I think I should slow down a little bit. So, as it's Friday evening, cheers again. And remember, it's a God man. Not a Speckmann, but a God man. We're gonna talk about Speckmann in a minute. This next one. The hype sticker says a new breed of brutal death-thrash, and that is exactly what the album is. Steve liked the cover. I think he has the Cosmic Key re-release. That is the original. There you go. A new brand of death-thrash. Nuclear Blast Records. Original inner sleeve. And a red Nuclear Blast label. They did many colors, and you can make out which pressing is which by the color of the center label. Noise Records had a couple of different center labels, but all the noise stuff is so fucking mixed up. I had that with a friend of mine. Noise Records is very difficult to pinpoint which pressing you have. Another one of the big ones in 1991. Again, maybe a little bit more on the thrash side, but it still does have death metal elements. Bought that when it came out. I still have it. I also bought the CD, and I played the CD. That's why my copy still looks fantastic. Ha. Oh, shut up. They are already drunk out there and screaming. I saw them in 1992 on the Arise tour. Road Racer label. And now, Gutmann Beer, Gutmann, back to Speckmann. What else? A Death-thrash, old recording, but released in 1991. Abomination's second album, Tragedy Strikes. And on the 7th day, God Created Master. What else did Paul Speckmann do? An old recording of the Master debut album, but it was released as the Speckmann Project. There you go. Cheers, dude. By the way, Paul doesn't drink beer, he just drinks whiskey. And if you are a good friend, he will share his whiskey with you. I made that experience. There you go. The old man looking pretty young without a beard. And it was also released on, yes, you guessed it right, Nuclear Blast Records. 4 releases on Nuclear Blast from Mr. Paul Speckmann. I wonder if he is in the Guinness Book of Records for that. I'm sure Nuclear Blast excuse me, Nuclear Blast released a couple of singles or split singles with Master and Benediction, something like that. There are more releases of 1991 that I don't have. And the last one, Letter U. Again, showing off originals, showing off a band that I know on a personal level. Yeah, that was the answer to my own sentence. Oh, right. Unleashed. Debut album, Where No Life Dwells. Original copy on Century Media. The funny thing about that, in my opinion, is it's almost the same lineup they still have, apart from their guitar player Frederick. So this Frederick left the band a couple of years after, I think it was after Victory, if I'm correct. He was called Frederick and he had curly hair. And his who's playing guitar now in the band, he's called Frederick as well, and he has curly hair. So not much of a change here. There you go. The final beauty. So what's missing in my collection is Graves Into the Grave as an original press. I've got an early reissue, but it's not the same. And I'm missing an original of course, Dismember, Like an Ever-Flowing Stream. I got it offered, but it was too expensive. It was over 120 euros, even in a trade, and I can't do that. So, where is the finished stuff, you might ask? Convols, Funebre, stuff like that, or the old Protector stuff. I have that shit on CDs, but I'm not bothered to show you the CDs. So, 1991, done. Thank you for watching my crap. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for your comments, and I hope to see you soon. I'm exhausted now. Good night.